You recently said that Donald Trump's appointees are hostile to your interests. What does that mean?
It means that the crown jewel of our struggle for access was the right to vote. To put Mr. Sessions over justice, a man who thinks that the 54th Supreme Court decision, in fact, was an activist court, the code word, that the protected right to vote is intrusion on the right to vote, and celebrates diminishing the power to vote in 2013, that's hostile. To put Mrs. DeVos over public education, she's never been to a public education school. Her qualifications do not include teaching in the elementary school or high school. There's no experience there. There's no commitment. Mr. Price, Dr. Price over medicine, who's hostile to Medicaid. So these are persons who seem to be, their background is against the mission of their departments.
You're not anti-school choice, though, are you? Are you, Reverend? I mean, do you see a place for that in certain
But you know, all children should be chosen under school.
But when it hasn't worked, and when we haven't seen the progress that we've needed over the past 8 years, for example, and where there are certain areas where you really feel like maybe the kids are trapped, and the only way out is maybe to be able to go somewhere else, because nobody else no one deliberately sends their kids from a different neighborhood into where the schools aren't as good.
You know, I was at Bolingbrook, Illinois, this past Saturday, and a public school with a Olympic-sized swimming pool. It's a public school, teaches 5 languages, a public school, so that all children to compete must be exposed to equal high quality. They take the same exam at the end of 12 years. They have equal high quality public. In education, you either invest in schools on the front side or antisocial behavior on the back side.
Is there a way of addressing whatever it is, whether it's teachers' unions, whether it's entrenched, you know, whatever it is there a way of shaking it up, of disrupting it, so that our kids end up benefiting from it?
Well, children do better when their parents have jobs.
Right.
And they do better when they have a home to stay in and they have safe neighborhoods. And so in Chicago, for example, it's drugs in from across the border, guns in. They don't sell guns in Chicago. 4,000 shot last year, 800 killed. Guns in from downstate Illinois, from Kentucky, guns in, jobs out. We lost went from 50,000 to 10,000 manufacturing jobs within 10 years. So there must be some plan, some comprehensive plan for reconstruction. I would like to think a plan, Becky, balance, causes, and cures, because we lost 6,000 soldiers in Iraq in 10 years. About 30,000 Americans are killed a year, whether it's homicide or suicide or fratricide. We've become much too violent as a country. That's gender and racial disparity. Mm-hmm. That's a big piece of it.
Reverend, the core, I'm getting some people asking me to ask this too, and I wanted to ask you that. Is the answer for the next 4 years resistance, or is there a way to try to work with the current administration to get some of these goals that you want? What would you?
Well, if the president, if he sees Chicago, for example, and Detroit as a foil, they are violent, and bringing more police, that's not an answer. If he sees them as a model for reconstruction, there's a way to work it out. If there's a commitment to really invest in, I mean, there's more lead in the pipe and water in Chicago than in Flint, Michigan, for example.
So infrastructure and jobs are the two most important.
Infrastructure and jobs is key, and access to transportation. Because on one side of the town, there are 9 communities in Chicago, 9 communities with unemployment 22% or higher. On the north side, unemployment less than 2%. Suburb jobs on its side.
So I think you just said work with the administration, not resist the administration.
Well, it's according to where it wants to go. if we are a foil, there's nothing to work with. If we are a model, then we can work out a model plan that involves a comprehensive plan involving the various agents of government and the private sector. I mean, banks and government should work hand in hand.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.